tonight. I've been waiting for this for a little while now, and I have the time to get to it tonight. I'll show you a project which we're going to start here. We've got the Traxxas XRT that we are going to do the front and rear upper bulkheads, and we are going to be converting to the Vitavon aluminum components. I would have gone red in the front as well, but they didn't have it, so black it is. I'm gonna get in here and I think just get going on this, and I'll do a little video as we go through. We're gonna start with the front tonight, and I'm gonna try to get this all done tonight. Do both of them. This is my first time using my GoPro on my head there. As I mentioned in one of my other previous videos, and I will say it again, as you see already, I'm putting the screws back where they came from. I find it much easier to not have to worry about where did this one go, where does that one go. So I think that's a good plan. It works for me. Just make sure that everything goes back where it came from. Almost forgot about that little guy. One of the things that I did find when I first took this apart, you know, they don't really tell you, is that this front brace actually has to come up and forward to come out. Doing the differential, you can see that there, I'm trying to look up a little bit. Differential fluids on here, which the stock fluid is 10K in the front, 30K in the rear, and 20 mil. I'm actually going to keep it stock. I personally don't have any problem with the XRTs. Differential, but I do hear the fluids are low, and since I've done this a few times here, I kind of say shame on me that I haven't checked them yet, and so that is one of the things that I'm going to do once I get in, is actually check them. So make sure the curve is down. Okay, here's the component that I'm going to be changing. Front upper bulkhead, and they break here is the tie bar bolts go through for your arm here. The only thing reinforcing it is this little bar. Since this one's actually not broken, and I'm putting the aluminum one on, and I have the parts here to do the tie bar mod, where you actually cut and Dremel this pretty much right here where my finger is. I don't know how well that's showing up, but you would Dremel this out. You got to make sure that there's rooms to get these screws in here, and then you would put a tie bar in the groove that you make there to reinforce it like that. A lot of people say it works, and I'm considering just doing it with this one, and I may do the mod. You don't have to take this all the way off to do the upper bulkhead. You only have to loosen it a little bit, and if you loosen it a little bit, it will allow the front cover to slide forward just a little bit. Screw head here. So the upper ones do have to come all the way out as they go into the upper bulkhead. Ones go there. There's 4 bolts. They're different lengths on these screws. Like I said, in multiple points here. I leave them in, and I'll leave them actually in there until I get the other bulkhead ready to go on. That piece to just slide forward. Gently push it forward here, both sides, and you can see that little bit of movement there and here. Just enough to allow this to come off. And there you have it. That is the upper bulkhead. So for now, set this over here. Really don't see any concern with this on here. So they give you new bolts for that, give you new screws for your tie bars, and they give you 2 new upper screws for the top here, where the brace actually mounts to this. Everything else looks good. I don't see any really concerns with this. Let's take out these 2. Oh, they're even bigger. Wow. Let's see, is that this size here? Yeah, look at that. They're not messing around. Heavy duty. I like that. I do like that. I just wanted to see how this sits into here. Everything seems to line up beautifully. That will pull itself nice and tight in there. I think.
interested to just tighten this out and see real quick. No, look at that. That's going to tighten up beautifully. So I tighten those down. There it is. All right. I think this is beautiful. I like the XRT right down there. I have zero concerns with fitment, guys. That is okay with me. I'm going to take a little pause here, and I'll be back in a few to keep this going. Alright guys, here we are. I did take this off as I'm doing the Vitavon upper front bulkhead. I do recommend, and I will have in another video, I do recommend changing or checking the oil in here, because this is very, very low in my opinion for a stock. I haven't changed anything, first time getting in here, and I've really probably only run about 10 packs or so through this XRT. So worth it. Go get yourselves the stock differential oil. For the internal of the differential is 10,000 weight in the front. I did stick with the Traxxas 10,000 weight 5135. For anybody interested. Haven't opened it yet. Comes in this. It's very, very thick. Thicker than syrup in here. It's hard to see, but I'll touch back with that in a little bit, but worth it. Alright guys, definitely don't feel bad about putting some good grease in here. Definitely make sure that it's grease and you want it to lubricate. Just turn it on here. Probably do one more goop compared to what I wiped out. I think this is going to be real good once it spins in there. That'll do a good job keeping that lubricated. Like I said, Super Lube, multi-purpose, synthetic grease. I use that at work, and it does its job. So, on to this. I know I had it sitting on the vehicle. I took it off when I did the differential deal. Fitment on this. Once I tighten these down, they're gonna work a little bit more going. I'm just gonna do this one up front here. Bigger ones up in front, or up in the top I should say, just as it threads into the, oh yeah, feels very good. Oh yes. coming to the reassembly process here. I'm gonna pick up a little bit, and yeah, I mean, I am very happy with the Vitavon aluminum bulkheads. I know they're a little bit spendy, but I did 2 front uppers, 2 rear uppers, and I did a lower on each of them. I like working on them. I enjoy this, but definitely worth it, I think. As well as, since they don't make a rear lower bulkhead in aluminum, I got for the front and the rear this aluminum, goes under the skid plate, the tie bar holder. So the tie bars that are here and here are now supported by aluminum. You can see the blue underneath there. Just another level to add some reinforcement and strength to this. So I'm gonna take a minute here and I'm gonna clean up some of this stuff as I start going back together. Now's a good time to do a little bit of cleaning, and I'm going to take advantage of that. And I'll check back here once I start the together process. All right, guys, I am back. I just did a little cleaning in here. Honestly, there's a lot of things. This stuff, Houdini, it's a 4-way lock lubricant, but it penetrates, cleans, lubricates. There's no Teflon, silicone, grease, oil, graphite, no gum up. When it dries, I mean, seriously, I spray it on and I hit it with the air compressor, and it comes out great. I got this today. I'm gonna look at it a little more. It says leaves no residue. I sprayed it on a little bit, and then when I hit it with the compressor, it kind of dried almost white. It says it's safe for plastics. I'm not gonna give up on it. Maybe I have to spray it on and wipe it off. The compressor dries it too fast, and it. So I'm not gonna give up on it. But after I went to my good old trusty Houdini, definitely check it out. Like I said, I mean, you can look at it earlier in the video. Compared to now, I spray it on and I blow it off with the compressor, and it works out really well. So back to the front upper bulkhead. In another video, and I kind of talked a little here, I did check and change the front differential oil, which comes stock at 10,000 weight on the Traxxas XRT. I definitely would recommend anybody that's doing this job to include that as part of your maintenance service for doing this job. So back to what we were doing. So as we're going back together here, just working with the fitting, everything goes really well. I really have no concerns with this. A couple things, I forgot to take the screws out of the top and it wasn't fitting. I actually take this back off here. But once I took out those top screws, everything fits. You can see I zoom in here. Everything really does fit perfectly, no trimming, no modifications. Really worth it. I've had it out a few times now after in the process where I've been editing all the videos. But these, just the durability, definitely worth the investment. It is an investment into your car, and if you are going to be doing bashing and you have an XRT, as this is a weak spot that I've noticed or found, doing multiples of both up front and rear upper and lower bulkheads, definitely worth the investment into it. I think that wraps up most of it here, guys. I'm almost back together, and bash on, send it.